Cam, you're kind of the veteran of this staff. What does that mean to kind of move into the season as one of the leaders on this?
Well, I've been here for 4 years. I've learned a lot through Coach Fed and all the other players as well. I'm also only a sophomore on the field, so I got time. So being a vet as a sophomore, it means a lot. And I get to know, I know a lot of things, and just helping out the younger guys as well.
You have a full season behind you, being a starter on Friday, Saturday. How does that experience help you moving into this year?
Well, I mean, to me, I told Coach Fed it doesn't matter what spot I'm in. I just want the team to win, whether that's Friday night or if that's a midweek, or even if he wanted me to come in as a relief guy. That's what I told him. I'm like, I'm ready to roll, and then if that's my role, then I'll take it.
What's your key to your individual improvement this year and for the team success?
Well, team bonding. I got a lot closer with a bunch of guys instead of just having the one friend. And then the whole team together, we were really bonded closely. And I feel like that will lead us to a lot of wins.
You said you've been here for 4 years. How much different has this preseason been than the past in terms of with all the amenities you now have at Warhawk?
It's crazy. I came in and when I was actually getting recruited, the batting cages was where our workout facility is. And but now, the preseason was kind of tough back in the fall, traveling to different high schools and stuff like that. But now with the new turf field, it's awesome. If it rains, we don't have to come pull the tarp at 7 a.m. or anything like that. So.
Grant, talk about how this preseason has been different in the past with all the renovations here at Warhawk Field.
Well, obviously you could see the new look, and it's very beautiful, and it's very helpful to us because first off, we don't have as much field work to do after and before practice, but you get a chance to just come out here, get your business done whenever you want. You don't have to worry about if it rains or not, and you get to have a good time out here. You really did a great job of closing out last year. What was your key to your success during that last month of the season? Just really be there for my team, be the best teammate I can be, because I know what I do on and off the field reflects them, and just what I could do would be a good teammate. And then how do you build off that late success last year into this season? Like I said, just keep being a good teammate, trying to be a role guy, just handle my business and do what I can do to help this team win. The team's got a tough schedule early on. What's the biggest key to kind of settling in early on and kind of getting a feel for the chemistry of this team? Pretty much just do what we can do, handle it the right way, have confidence in ourselves, and just taking care of business. Who is a newcomer that the fans may need to get to know their name right away? I wouldn't say much as a newcomer. I would say Tyler Jans. I think he's going to be a big part of our pitching. I know he pitched a little bit last year, but not as much. But I think he's going to have a big role in coming in and helping us. All right, why don't you have a little fun with this one? Who is the biggest personality when you guys are just kind of hanging out in the locker room? Oh, I'm going to have to say me on that one. I'm going to say I bring the energy when it comes to that stuff. And I just like having a good time. You kind of assumed that fireman role last year. What was it like coming in? What was the mindset you had when you inherited those runners on base? My mindset was to throw first pitch strikes, try to get early ground balls or fly ball outs. So I wanted to try to throw as least amount of pitches as possible. Do you relish those pressure situations coming in there when the sacks are loaded? Yes, sir, I do. It's always fun to go in, have your adrenaline going, and it's something that not many people can handle, and I pride myself on being able to do that. What's the key to developing some chemistry in the bullpen? Just making sure you're there for when someone needs it, making sure they have what they need when they need it, kind of just talking how you have a mindset when you go in, and when you come out, what that person's thinking, what you're thinking, kind of just everyone being on the same page. Now, when you come to the ballpark every night, you don't know if you're going to pitch or not. No. And as much as you want to kind of explain to me that you hang on every pitch of every game, you don't. So how do you try to pass your time in some of those games? Well, the first few innings, sitting in the dugout, talking, kind of hanging out, cheering everyone on. Then come the fifth inning, I go to the bullpen and kind of start moving around, put my cleats on. I maybe have a little applesauce and then start kind of getting ready for the game when it gets closer to the end. And then how have you worked so hard to acquire the nickname Giggles? That started when I was in high school, and I tend to laugh at everything, always upbeat and happy. It carried on to junior college, and then my junior college coaches told Coach Fed and Coach Carson, and it's just stuck ever since. Trey, how important is it for the bullpen guys to kind of embrace their roles this year? Yeah, it's always huge for us bullpen guys. Fed always talks about the importance of bullpen and how it is for us to come in deep in the games and just kind of close it out for us to hopefully secure the win. What was the biggest thing that you learned last season? Coming out of the pen, well, you never know when your time's going to be called, and it's best to just do your best and
just go from there.
What has your focus been this offseason?
Just to kind of get healthy. I kind of had a little setback in the fall, but it's looking really positive right now. We're getting on the right track, and I'll be good to go for the season.
How has your preseason preparation changed with all the renovations here at Warhawk Field?
Oh, it's awesome. The weather really isn't as much of a factor as it was last year with the new turf and all that, and we have awesome facilities inside. We got a lot of new upgrades in our weight room and stuff, so it's been a really good change around here this year.
You guys had a lot of marquee non-conference wins last year. How do you carry that forward, some of that momentum?
Yeah, it's always huge to get those wins before conference starts, to boost your momentum, kind of get your team on the right track, and a positive start into the season.
Travis, talk about how important is speed and versatility in the offense of this team.
Well, Coach Collins talks a lot about offensive flow, and I think our offense is pretty well based on speed this year. We don't have a lot of guys that can put the ball out every at-bat, but we got a lot of guys that will split the gap and stretch some doubles into triples this season.
There's some competition for the playing time at shortstop. How do you build chemistry with both those guys?
I mean, they do a great job, especially in the inter squads. They mix it in. Like, I'm playing with Carson, I'm playing with Colby. Like every other game, we're switching it off. In practice, we're getting reps with everybody. And I mean, some of them are getting reps at second and short. You know, it's just kind of a versatility thing. I think we got a lot of athletes that can play anywhere they want.
And then what's the confidence level of this club moving into this season?
I think we got a lot of confidence, you know. I mean, especially it's easy with new facilities, new weight room, all this stuff going on. Like, it's building a lot of momentum in the city, and I think we kind of understand that we got something to do here.
Right off the bat, you start with a couple home series. You got SIU in here, and then you've got Mizzou coming in. How important is it to get off to a good start?
I mean, obviously with any sport, it's important to get off to a good start just to kind of build momentum towards that conference play. But like Coach Fed's always telling us, a buzz around the new field, everything going on, all the renovations we've made, there's a buzz going around in this city, and I think it'd be good for them to kind of get rolling early for us.
Mason, I know the coaching staff is really excited to have you back this season. How excited are you to be back for your third year?
I'm extremely excited. You know, it's been a pleasure being able to play here the past couple years. See the renovations and the really just the team growing as a whole. It's been great. Excited for it.
How does your ability to hit for power or play small ball help benefit this offense?
I think that it just creates a little bit of like a dynamic type of offense. I feel like we have a lot of guys that can, you know, they can leave the yard at any time, but we also have speed, and so we're gonna build off speed more than power. So I think we're gonna score a lot of runs and win a lot of games because of that.
What are your goals and focus for this 2022 season?
Just to be a leader, just to play hard and have fun. You know, it's the last season I have as a college baseball player, so I want to make it worth it and get that conference championship.
Mason, is there a newcomer that's jumped out to you, or is there a player who's been around but maybe now they've taken the next step that you feel like is going to really contribute a lot this season?
Mike Howell, he's a new pitcher we got this year. He's definitely going to be a huge addition to our bullpen, maybe even a starter. I'm not sure where we got him yet, but he's shown a lot, and so we're looking forward to seeing him out there.
All right, Trace, what's the biggest key to the offense this season?
You know, I think, like everybody else has kind of said, I think we have a lot of speed this year compared to the years past. I think that's what we're really built off of, and I think that's something that we have a lot of concentration in. But also just being smart in counts, you know, swinging at different pitches, and whenever they make a mistake, you know, really capitalize on it. That's the biggest thing.
How have you embraced your senior leadership role?
You know, I've really just tried to set an example, just with my actions and just how I play the game and how I go about not just baseball but also life. But you know, I really look forward to hopefully winning a championship this year. That, you know, that's our goal, and so like that's what we're going after this year, and that's what I'm excited about.
What has your focus been during this off season?
You know, I really focused on really just leaving it all out here, honestly, because with it being my last year, that's just kind of what I've been wanting to do, is just leave it all out here, because you don't get moments like this back, you know. So.
And how has your preseason changed with the new facilities?
Yeah, you know, the fall was difficult. We were bouncing around and everything, but this place has really evolved since I came here. It looks amazing. You know, there's really everything you need is right here at ULM, and everything you could ever want. So like I guess the preparation and everything for this year, I mean, we have it all pretty much, anything we need, so there's really no excuse not to get better.
Carson, what's the experience been like competing for a starting spot?
You know, it's been fun. I think both of us had a really good fall, had a really good spring. Competition is fun. I think that's what makes you better, so it's been good overall.
What did you do during the off season to improve your approach at the plate?
I just kept working on my swing, you know, try to be the best hitter I can be. You know, Coach Collins and all the coaches have been a big help with that, and I just continue to try to get better.
What are your expectations defensively for this infield?
I think one thing Coach Fed talks about is fielding 980 as a defense, and I think we'll really be able to do that this year. You know, the new field helps out a lot. Takes away a lot of the bad bounces and stuff, so it makes it easier on us. But looking forward to a good year defensively and offensively. So.
And then what are your expectations for the team this year?
I think we have a chance to win a lot of games. Really good people on the mound, really good people in the lineup and on the field. Yeah, I think we'll win a lot of games. It'll be a good season.